Hello everyone and welcome back to Mossy Pine Ranch at Elmcreek. We have reached episode number 35 and are now in October. As you would have seen this morning, it was time to mow our grass fields again. So I did field 2 and 3 and I did the usual headland of field number 1, the meadow, and now I've left the helper to finish it off. So yes, the grass has been ready again, and it wasn't long ago that we did this. We obviously made the hay that is in our little hay shed over here. That was probably a couple of sessions ago now, and that was made to benefit our horses and our sheep. But they're all topped up now and pretty happy. But yeah, today we are on to the next jobs of the ranch, and yeah, it's going to be a busy one, I think. So we are jumping in the John Deere because we need to move on to mulching the sorghum stalks. The sorghum is what we harvested last time, and yeah, I was a little bit thick last time. I had oats in the silo, which I didn't realise, so I should have fed the horses with oats rather than sorghum. I fed both the horses and the chickens some sorghum last time. But yeah, never mind. But yeah, I've got to remember that we've got 10,000 litres of oats left in the silo, so we should really be feeding our horses that first, because the oats can't be fed to the chickens, but the sorghum can. So yeah, we probably want to save as much for the chickens as possible. But here is the sorghum that we harvested, and it's now time to mulch this field so we can help the yield of the next crop. So let's fire it up and lower away. There we go, we are mulching, and that's going to add a little bit of yield bonus. We can travel quite quick whilst doing it, so that's handy. Yeah, the reason I'm on to the field prep is the sunflowers, which are ahead of us in field 10. They're still not ready. They need another day, or month in this case, to get fully finished and ready to harvest and turn a lovely golden brown colour. So yeah, we've got to leave them to finish off, and also yeah, we've got to get on with the field prep, because I think that the chickens really are going to need feed in the next year. I don't think we've made enough sorghum out of this field, so I would like to get barley drilled, and unfortunately, yeah, we've only got today left to drill barley. So yeah, we better get on with it. And first of all, it's mulching this field. Then we're going to need to lime it, because I've noticed that the needing to lime has cropped up. And then we want to spread some digestate so we can get the first level of fertilization. And then yeah, we're going to need to drill the barley. So I better get on with finishing mulching, and I'll see you when myself and the helper have finished our jobs. all mulched up. So So yeah, we had a tiny little slither at the end there. Probably wouldn't have had that if I'd been a bit more efficient on my widths, but yeah, this implement does allow you to drive quite fast, so driving and trying to get the camera angles and moving at a fair speed is all quite difficult. But yeah, nonetheless, that's all done and reasonably tidy. So let's get the mulcher put away. I think the helper John, has finished with mowing the grass meadow, so we'll go and check in on him. I reckon there's probably a couple of missed patches for us to tidy up as usual. Yeah, let us go inspect. Oh, John has left it parked in the trees again. Bit odd where he chooses to leave the tractor sometimes. But let's take a look, and oh yeah, I can see straight away there's a patch here. Only a small one though. I think he's getting, again, even better at not missing patches. Small patch here. And I think that appears to be it. Don has done an alright job. Some lovely neat lines there. So we'll get that folded up and then we can get it parked away as well. It's parked away. So the next job, we have to lime field 4, 5, 6 and 7, which we just mulched up. So yeah, we've got a nice mulching colour there. But if we take mulching off, we'll see that it's needs lime. So yeah, we did away with our previous lime and fertiliser spreader. So we need to go and purchase a new one. So let's get over to the dealership and see what they've got. Right, here we are at the dealership, so let's have a look. So I'm a big fan of the Bredel, but I think I found something a little bit better. A couple of mods I was reviewing, and they all look pretty good, but this Jan, which I've not seen this brand before, but I've used something very similar on my Little Norton series. I think it was a John Deere of a similar style. Yeah, so this Lancer Maximus has twin wheels, and yet you can fill it with fertilizer or lime, but it seems to have the best capacity and spreading width, so 12,000 litres and 36 metres width. Now I think it will spread lime slightly less than that, but 36 metres is the fertilizing width, which is pretty good if you ask me, and it's a nice red which matches our case theme. No number plate, so we'll go ahead and buy that for 36,000. Here it is, the Jan Lancer. Let's get it hitched up, and there we go. Looks quite interesting this, and the wheels seem to independently twist as they turn, so it's got rear steering. Lovely sight, seeing our sunflowers, a nice yellow, and yeah, we're hoping for them to turn a nice golden brown so we can get them harvested and turn that into sunflower oil. Let's get the beacons off and our new spreader filled up. I can't remember which one is lime. I think it's the further one. I think I can see the pallet in there. There we go, filling up with lime. It should take 12,000 litres, although I don't think we're going to need that full capacity, but we certainly will for some of our bigger fields. There we go, 12,000 litres of lime, $2,100. That's pretty cheap if you ask me. And yeah, we can keep lime in this spreader for now. Don't have to switch it to fertiliser. So let's get over to this field and we can get fired up and see how much width we've got with this and lime. Okay, so yeah, that's not looking too bad. It's not the 34 metres, but yeah, as mentioned, lime never spreads as far as fertiliser does. So yeah, let's just get our bearings with the width, and then I can go around and tidy up any bits I've missed. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to get this all limed up, and then once we've limed it up, we're going to need to move on to spreading digestate. and I think we're going to have to do a run to the BGA to go and fetch some more. So yeah, let's finish this first, and I'll see you soon. Last strip lined, and yeah, that's all done. Just a tiny little piece here that I missed. So yeah, I'm liking this spreader. I think it looks good, although I'm not completely sold on the width of it. I thought that it would be able to spread lime a little bit further, and that didn't look to be too much wider than the spreader we had previously, the cheap Amazon mod spreader. So yeah, I'm a bit debating as to whether we'll end up keeping this for a long period of time, but it'll do for now. Let me know your thoughts on what you think of it. And yeah, I don't know if there is a cover. No, there's no cover, so we better get this under the vehicle shelter somewhere. I will swap it for the slurry spreader, as we need that next, and that's also covered, so it doesn't really need to be underneath there. There we go, that's deposited safely. So next we need to digestate spread that field. Now that it's all limed, the next step is giving it its primary level of fertiliser, and that's going to be through digestate. So I've parked the slurry spreader over here, but I'm pretty certain that we've only got around 20,000 litres worth of digestate in the slurry pit. So I think we need to do a run to the BGA with the tanker and bring some back. So let's just leave the case there for now. You can hop in the Mac and leave the trailer there and go and get the tanker. Right, I have seemingly parked this rather sillily, so I need to go to the other side near the sunflowers. There we go, let's get this backed out of here. Okay, so let's head over to the BGA and go get some digestate. Here we are at the BGA, and last time, as well as harvesting our sorghum, we also had our big pile of grass in the bunker, which we compacted, fermented and got into the hopper using some conveyor belts, which was pretty good. And you can tell by the money that we have processed quite a lot of it into biogas already, but we'll take a little inspect whilst we fill up with digestate and see how much we've got left. Right, that's filling up. So, biogas plant, we have 144,000 litres left to process, and yeah, we ended last session with this full, around 305,000 litres. So yeah, we've got a good amount of money yet to come in, and we're at 660 odd thousand. So yeah, pretty good. Just looking at the other productions while we wait. The flour is nearly out at the bakery, so it's taken all year, but we've nearly got all the bread made. So we'll go check in on that later. I think the best sell time is December. And then also last time, we dropped some wool at the spinnery. That is now completed, and I've seen that we've got some pallets there waiting with some left over in storage, and yeah, we'll need to deposit some more wool in there to make use of that. But yeah, we've got a fair few pallets to sell when the best price comes along. And there we go, 100%. Good timing. So let's get that closed up and get back to the ranch so we can get on with digestate spraying. Right, back at the ranch, let's get this emptied. It's all in there, so let's get this trailer parked up. There we go, that's a better angle to park it at. So we don't need the Mack truck anymore, we can jump in the case and get on with digestating. There we go, so let's pick up some digestate and we can get on with spreading the field to give it its first level of fertiliser. Seem to have a bit left over in this from last time. Okay, so let's just pull up and get to spreading. So yeah, we've got a bit more width than the lime spreader, so that's good, but I don't want to be missing those edges, so I'll stay fairly tight. Yep, I'm going to be back and forth, picking up digestate, getting it on this field so we can get it fertilised. So leave that with me and I'll see you when we're done. Last tiny bit that I missed, and that is all done. And digestate is spread, and we've got some lovely white tram lines where we've driven, where the lime has sort of residued off. If we take a quick look at a map, we can see that we've got our primary level of fertiliser and it no longer needs lime. So yeah, that is all sorted and ready to drill. So yeah, one thing I did mention when I last planted those fields with sorghum and sunflower, I was talking about trading in our planter, as it would be nice to have something that can both direct drill or direct plant and something that can seed as well as fertilise at the same time. So I'm just going to drop the remainder digestate off here. I can't seem to empty the digestate, so I'm just going to leave the spreader there. Park up the case and jump in the IMT so we can take the planter back for sale. So we will hitch up to the planter and drive that on back to the dealership so we can sell it. It has served us well, but yeah, unfortunately we need to get something that's going to plant or seed drill and fertilise at the same time. I see that we've got some seed left in here, so I think we're best off depositing that. There we go, some big bags there with seed in. So let's trot back to the dealership. Okay, so let's swing the planter around and drop her off so we can then get her sold. So we can sell for 71,000, that's pretty good. So we've sold the planter, and in its place we are going to get a seed drill, and that is because the crops we tend to do are those that are planted, drilled by a seed drill. Now it has been very difficult to try and find a seed drill that does all the jobs we want it to do. We want something that can direct drill, we want something that can obviously drill seed and also fertilize at the same time. And some of the bigger and wider working width candidates unfortunately either don't direct drill or don't fertilize at the same time. So we're going to have to go for this mod, the Horse Pronto 9. It's only 9 meters, so a bit of a width downgrade, but it can direct drill, so we don't need to cultivate beforehand, and it can also fertilize at the same time. So really we are doing the job of 3 different things at once: a cultivator, a seed drill, and also a fertilizer sprayer or spreader. So we're going to go ahead and buy this. We can take a little look and customize. I think we will get the type with the ladder. We can add wheels, which we will do, and we can extend the capacity to 7,000 litres, which we certainly will do as well. So this seed drill only requires 270 horsepower to run it, so the case probably could run it. We might give it a go a little bit later, but for now let's purchase this and get it back to the ranch. $110,500. Here it is. Seems to match the IMT quite well, and I'm sure it will match the case really well as well. Look at that, very colour coordinated. Bit of a beast. Right, back at the ranch in our colour coordinated seed drill and IMT. Let's pick up some of the seed which we dropped off, and then yep, we can also add some fertilizer into this as well. Right, it's taken all that seed, which is fine. Don't think we're going to need any more than that. I think we have some solid fertilizer pallets just down the side here, so let me go extract them and we can fill up. It was just the one spare that was there. Let's go fill up the rest from the shed. So, interesting quirk, the key binding for opening the hatch of the seed drill doesn't work when it's attached to the IMT, but it does open and close with the case, and I can then fill up from the shed, which is a bit of a relief because I thought I wasn't going to be able to fill up from the shed. Right, hitched back up, so let's get over to the field and get started. We're starting to lose some of the daylight. So here we go, our Horse Pronto unfolded. We can switch it on, get nicely lined up. Now the IMT dual wheels will help with distributing the weight, but here we go, we should be drilling in our barley. Fantastic. So yeah, we are doing 3 in 1. We are basically cultivating, we are seed drilling, and we are fertilizing. And I can see that we're using both seed and fertilizer, so we should see that this goes to the secondary fertilization level, and then we don't need to spray it with fertilizer. We'll only need to spray it for herbiciding. So I'm going to get our barley all in, and then I'll see you when we're finished. Just getting these last little slithers, and then we can lift up, switch off, and fold away. Now that is true horsepower, pardon the pun, and we have successfully seed drilled the barley in field 4, 5 and 6. And as mentioned, we've done the job of 3 implements in one: a cultivator, a seed drill, and also a means of fertilizing. So that has been really beneficial, and although it's a smaller width, I still feel like the job is much faster because we're having the ability to do 3 jobs in one. Yeah, I think we can just probably park up here for now. I'm not going to bother washing up and servicing the horse because we are going to need it next time to put the next crop in field number 10. And yep, that is going to be replacing the sunflowers. So yeah, next time in November the sunflowers should be ready to harvest. We can get the sunflowers straight to the oil mill where we can turn it into sunflower oil. And oh yeah, one thing I need to do is off screen collect up all the grass that we mowed, and that's going to go into our fermenting silo to make yet more silage to go to the BGA once again. And yeah, considering we've bought a fairly substantial seed drill, we're still on 650,000, and the plan is very much still to buy the next piece of land to expand the ranch. But today we have really helped our chickens primarily by flipping this field and getting barley into it. So yeah, after the mowing we mulched this field 4, 5, 6 and 7, and we bought our new spreader to get lime on it as it needed it. We digestate spread it as well, so it got its primary level of fertilizer, and then we used our new horse seed drill to basically cultivate, drill and also fertilize to the secondary level. So yeah, you can see it's got 100% yield bonus and it's fertilized 100%, and yeah, we mulched it, so we should get the absolute best yield we can. The only thing that's going to impact it is weeds, so we'll have to keep an eye on those and spray them. But yeah, next time we'll be harvesting the sunflower and seeing how much we can do in terms of the next field prep in field 10 for the next season's crop. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed watching. Big thank you for your views. If you have enjoyed, please remember to drop a like, and if you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like me to do, then feel free to leave a comment. All there's left to say is hope to see you again next time, and until then I will catch you later. Cheers all. Bye bye.